League playoffs are back in southern Saskatchewan. It's the Warriors, it's the Wheat Kings, it's game one. Deflected, pucks loose, digging away, Rice-Abbey scores! Martin Rice-Abbey. Wheat Kings on him, Kovacevic, big head forecheck, gets the turnover, Sherman scores! 2-0 Moose Jaw, Braden Sherman. Furcus and Jagger, 2-on-1. Furcus, left circle, shot, score! 3-0 Moose Jaw lead. And Berg brings it back in. Right circle, shot, scores! Owen Berg's first playoff goal is a doozy. Case on a 1-on-2. Furcus goes wide, drolls it inside. Rice-Abbey scores! What a finish! The Marty Party's got two! The ice, Savoy on the near left wing, breaks inside, scores! Oh, Matthew Savoy! How sweet was that? And it's a 6-3 Moose Jaw Warrior lead. Sherman down the ice. It's good! 7-4 Moose Jaw leading. As the Warrior fans come to their feet, the Moose Jaw Warriors will open up the Western Hockey League playoffs with a 7-4 win over the Brandon Wheat Kings. They'll take a 1-0 series lead.
The 2024 WHL playoffs for the Moose Jaw Warriors in Game 1. The team came flying out of the gates, built up a big lead, and then held off a late charge from the Brandon Wheat Kings during a thrilling Game 1 here in downtown Moose Jaw. Now, we'll look to do it all over again. Good evening, I'm Marc Smith, and welcome back into the hangar for Game 2 of this first round series between the Warriors and the Wheat Kings on IKS Media Warriors Live. The Warriors scored 3 goals in the first 6 minutes last night and didn't look back. Playoff Marty showed up in a big way as Martin Rice-Abbey led the Warriors with 2 goals and 3 points in the win. Braden Sherman also scored twice, and Jagger Furcus had a goal and 2 points. The Warriors saw offense from all 4 lines, with Matthew Savoy and Owen Berg also scoring in the victory. Brandon showed some good pushback after falling behind early, and they cut the Warriors' lead down to 2 multiple times in that third period, but the Warriors had an answer each time to come away with the Game 1 victory. For more on last night and to look ahead to tonight, let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I caught up with head coach Marc O'Leary. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary ahead of Game 2 here against the Brandon Wheat Kings. Let's talk about last night, a big win for this team in Game 1, and got to be the start that kind of set the tone for this team in that game.
Yeah, I think our guys came ready to go. We need to do it again, but that's the blueprint, I think, for the way that we want to start. I thought we played on top. We were firm with our plays, and when you do that, you play with the puck and you give your skill a chance.
It was a game where you guys scored 7 goals, but the power play wasn't able to get going either. But there was a lot of chances. Is that a good sign for the power play unit?
Yeah, I don't think there's any cause for concern there. As long as we're getting our looks, we know that it'll be there in the end. But I think that's a positive too. If we can still generate offense and not have to lean on the power play every time, that's a good sign.
Nice to see offense coming from all 4 lines as well in that game.
Yeah, I think everybody that was in the lineup brought something, and that's important. I think we've talked about our depth all season long, and playoffs is going to be no different. And it's the same mindset when you jump on the ice. It could be the most important shift of the night, regardless of how many minutes you're playing. And I thought our guys were really engaged and ready to go right from the get-go.
As expected, Brandon pushed back as the game went on. What did you see from them as they tried to adjust and try to get back into the game?
Yeah, I'd expect no different. I think that's what the playoffs are all about. There was the ebbs and the flows, and really I think it was, we helped them out there in terms of losing our focus a little bit. I think the stuff after the whistle, we could do without that. I just thought that when we started worrying about the extra stuff, it took away from our game between the whistles and gave them a little bit of juice. So that's a learnable moment as well.
What's going to be the key for you guys here in Game 2? What do you want to see out of the team, and what do you guys have to do to defend against Brandon?
I think the biggest thing is being on top of them. They have skill too. They have speed. I think we just need to reset, like we always talk about here, and fresh slate, fresh start. But again, be on top of them and make them go through us.
So, well, good luck in Game 2.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us on the pregame show. As always, he will join us after tonight's game as we get reaction from the Warriors locker room after Game 2 of this first round series. When we come back, we will speak with playoff Marty himself, as I had a chance to catch up with Martin Rysavy to talk about his big game last night. We'll hear that next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
There's no doubt running any kind of farm comes with day-to-day challenges. We built a new facility 2 years ago. Technology has totally revolutionized dairy farming. Fast Milk gives us the tools to provide high quality standard of milk, making sure our equipment is all well taken care of, make sure that those animals are housed and cared for appropriately. They continue to push us with their standards to make sure that it just gets better and better.
We continue to make our way towards puck drop between the Warriors and the Wheat Kings here on Game 2 of this first round series. Should be a great battle when these two teams hit the ice here in downtown Moose Jaw for this one. It was a fun night last night. Warriors getting out in front and getting the crowd into the hockey game. Martin Rysavy was a big part of that, scoring the opening goal, finishing with 2 goals and 3 points in the victory. I had a chance to catch up with the Warriors' 20-year-old import forward. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors forward Martin Rysavy ahead of Game 2 against the Brandon Wheat Kings. Big game for yourself in Game 1. How good did it feel to get a couple of goals and 3 points in that big victory?
Obviously, it felt good. It's important to have a good start in the playoffs. For a team as well, for me, it's the same thing. So now I think we can just build up from that, especially the whole team, what we can clear up. And for me, just keep the momentum and keep playing how I'm playing.
You're a big physical guy. Does you feel like your game fits the playoff style as a little bit better than, and you feel like you kind of get your game going when the playoffs hit?
Yeah, I think like everybody can see it. I'm usually more comfortable in the playoffs. I don't know, for whatever reason, it's working more for me. I think it's the style, and everything comes together with the style, and just with the second half of the season, it's usually like a different hockey than the start. So I'm pretty comfortable in the playoffs, not really nervous, trying to enjoy every shift and every night here and in playoffs. So I'm just feeling comfortable all around.
You mentioned a good start for the team. What did you guys like about your game in Game 1?
I think we had a really good start. We got a 3-0 lead in the first period after we kind of just got a little sloppy in the second part of the game. I think that's what we can clear up, just be a little more tight and just be compact for a whole 60 minutes.
And I mentioned, what's going to be the key? What do you guys have to do against Brandon going into Game 2?
Yeah, I think the start's got to be the same. Like, we have to keep the pressure on them and just play our game. And the only thing I think what we can clear up is play like that for 60 minutes. I think we got loose at the end, and the third period was more dramatic than what we wanted actually. So now just like play the way like we played the first half or the first period, the whole 60 minutes, and I think we can fill on that.
Awesome. Well, good luck in Game 2.
Thank you.
Thank you to Martin Rysavvy for joining us here on the pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams, and we'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who will have 18-year-old netminder Jackson Unger between the pipes once again here tonight. Jackson picked up the win last night, allowing 4 goals on 37 shots. He had the league-leading 35 wins in the regular season. On the back end, Denton Matejchuk and Kalen Parker get the start again here tonight. Matejchuk had an assist in last night's win. The forward line will change to start here tonight, as the Warriors will go with the Braden Yeager trio. Yeager held without a point in the game, but his 2 line mates did a lot of work in his absence. Jagger Ferkus a goal and 2 points. Martin Rysavvy 2 goals, 3 points in last night's win. Moving over to the Brandon Wheat Kings, they will go back to Carson Bjarnason, who was pulled last night after allowing 5 goals in about a period and a half for the Wheat Kings. He is 0-1 in the playoffs with an 11.46 goals against average and a 7.73 save percentage. On the back end, it'll be Andre Malinavin. Held without a point last night, while Charlie Ellick had an assist in last night's loss to the Warriors. Up front, it will be the Roger McQueen line. Very good line last night for the Wheat Kings. Couple of first-round picks from the 2021 WHL Prospects draft in Roger McLean and Caleb Hadlin. They both scored in last night's game. On the other wing for them will be Nolan Flaman. So should be a great battle here between the Warriors and the Wheat Kings tonight, as these two teams go head-to-head in Game 2 of this first-round series to try to see if the Warriors can head to Brandon up 2 games to none, or if the Wheat Kings can pull even and force a Game 5 back here in Moose Jaw next Saturday. But it should be a great battle here for the Warriors and the Wheat Kings in this Game 2. Should be a great crowd again here tonight in downtown Moose Jaw. Crowd played a big part in that game last night, really bringing the energy throughout that hockey game, and the Warriors feeding off that right from the opening puck drop. So it should be a great one here in downtown Moose Jaw. The pregame ceremonies are getting underway, so if you're tuning in on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, you can head over to WHL Live and Country 100 to get all the play-by-play action, but we will be back for the post-game show on the 3 social media channels, where you'll get full reaction from the Warriors locker room. But right now, let's join James Gallo and Derek Kletzel for first period action.